Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks bringing you the daily Tesla report for Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. Big picture reminder, having tested the 281.69 5-month channel bottom a couple of weeks ago, that area still able to contain selling through October and above which 334.75 is expected over that time horizon, or in other words, that descending channel top. We are expected to reach it. We did push through 310.67 yesterday and backed off, did not close above that longer term 50% Fibonacci. That is 310.67 is a 50% from the 414.49 high back in November of last year against the pullback low at 206.85 last May. You can see it's been giving the market trouble. We pushed through it again, did not close above it. We do have 314.66 is, by the way, the August pullback high. We came close to reaching that on Tuesday. 313.33 was the high. We backed off to close below the 50%. If we push through, a decent rally day today, pushing through, opening above 310.67 could yield 325.31. I would say if we push through 314.66, the August high, which I don't have shown here, but it is on the chart, 325.31 not out of the question today. And that is the base of this former consolidative shelf series of lows in April of this year. The low settlement during this entire 2-3 week phase was 325.31. And so I think it's fully capable of containing daily buying pressures if tested. And if settled above, we're just a couple, 2-3 days away from reaching that target at 334.75. I will say this, if we merely settle above 310.67, we should, by the end of next week, reach that 334.75 target. Let's take a look at the downside today, and that is that we have 298.17. A rising channel bottom actually over the last week and a half of trade. It's also our downward pivot point through the rest of the week. It can contain selling through the week. And it is potentially in reach today. If we break 303.64, I think that's likely then. 298.17 then in reach. Let me find a more blown up version of that if we have it. Here it is. A 298.17 able to contain weekly selling pressures. From here we can turn back up and settle above 310.67 by the end of the week under that situation. If we do, though, close below 298.17, we're probably 3 to 5 days or less from retesting that 281.69 channel bottom, where we could bottom out once again through October, and above which 334.75 is expected over that time horizon. Once again, closing today above 310.67, I think by the end of next week, we're likely to reach 334.75, where we can top out actually through October, possibly the balance of the year, because that's a longer-term channel top that goes back, the better part of a year now. Let's talk downside, that if we were over the next week or so to settle below 281.69, then we have a near-term sell signal only, because, and this is a weekly chart, we have a rising 2/3 speed line projected off that May low this week at 257.76. So that becomes kind of a 1 week target. If we close below 281.69, 257.76 expected probably within about 3 to 5 days, where we could also bottom out through October, and from there settle in, consolidate, and perhaps turn higher as we move into November, December trade. And not until or unless we close below 257.76 would I anticipate this market to show continued weakness as we move into later year. The 206.85 May low, then likely within 1 to 2 months. And over the next 2 to 3 months, the 191.34 channel bottom that we actually tested in May and held nicely. And that was actually a target for us in a Tesla video we did last April. And it held nicely. It can continue to hold nicely through the rest of the year and into the first quarter of next. And once again, it's not considered an objective unless we settle any week below 257.76. A bit of an irrelevant point I'm making, I understand, but I'm just sort of outlining it here. I'll leave you with this chart. It pretty much says it all. We've got 298.17 as our pullback support. support through next week, and above which that 334.75 is likely over the next 2 to 3 weeks. If we close today above 310.67, we should reach 334.75 by the end of next week. Along the way, the mid 320s offering decent day resistance. Downside, if we close below 298.17, 281.69 expected inside of 3 to 5 days, where we could bottom out through October, and above which 334.75 remains an objective that is likely to be realized by the end of October or sooner. And I think that pretty much sums it up for Wednesday's Daily Tesla Report. Please click like and subscribe. It helps us out a great deal. We'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's Tesla Report. You have a great day.